Noreen, you'll have to forgive me, but can you remind me, have I read for you before?
Yes, you have.
Okay. I apologize. This information just comes right through. I don't remember details. So it's almost like getting a whole new reading from the beginning.
Oh, cool. Okay.
So welcome back. Thank you. Thank you for coming back. So let me quickly just get into your heart center, which is your truth. And we'll go from there. And you remember the 10-minute rule, right?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. And do you want to know everything, or do you want me to
Everything's good.
Okay, cool. So do me a favor and put both of your hands on your heart, please. And we're going to take 3 deep breaths together. And then after you take that last breath there, do me a favor, please, and say your first name only. Say it out loud 3 times, please.
Noreen, Noreen, Noreen.
Wonderful. Okay. Okay, Noreen, how can I help you?
So yeah, I wanted to start asking about like my job and work related things. I've been just having like discouraging moments at work, I feel like, and just wanting to know if I should be looking at other places or if I'm in the right spot. I've interviewed at a place a week ago or whatever, and yeah, I've just been having just struggling with that.
Yeah. So, okay. So first of all, what's coming up is that I feel like you're starting, so you're not there yet. You're starting to actually outgrow where you're working. So I don't know if you understand this or not, but on some level, I understand like some moments of defeat or even what feels like could be despair at times. But I almost feel like because you're outgrowing that position. And the company. So it's not just the position, the company too. So first and foremost, that's what I feel like is happening. That's the transition that you're kind of feeling and experiencing, which is growth. So in the big picture, that's like wonderful. In the small picture, it's painful. And I understand that. I will tell you that there will not be an issue with finances. Okay. So what that kind of tells me is that if there's any type of fear of being let go or being cut off, like rejected, abandoned, anything like that, I don't feel like that's going to happen. So to me, when I feel into that, I like that for you because it gives you the space to find what you need, which is going to be a better match for you. Okay.
Yeah.
And there's no rush. So that's what I'm talking about, the space. So I know that what you're feeling feels a certain way, but that's not reality.
Okay.
Okay. So there is what I do feel like, since you're kind of outgrowing this position, you're on the right track when you're feeling maybe I should start interviewing somewhere else. So let me just validate that for you. So you're starting to make the right moves. Okay. I will tell you that your next stepping stone will be more money.
Okay, cool. That's good.
So you'll probably be making more money. Now you may be doing the same thing. I don't know. We're going to look into it. You may be doing the same thing, but there'll be more money, which I feel like you'll even feel better just being compensated, even if you're not challenged as much. There will be a sense of like, because there's always a learning curve to working at a new place or something new. So there will be that, at least, to kind of hold you and tide you over. But what I feel like is going to happen is you're going to probably end up in a similar position. So in other words, you might also feel that stifling position. Again, I said stepping stone, right? But there'll be more money attached to it. So yay. And again, I'm just giving you potentials and possibilities. I could be wrong. But within that company, there's room for growth. So the next position you get similar, but then you can grow. And I'm getting chills on this, so I know I'm right. So you're going to have to report. You're going to have to report back to me. So I don't feel that, and I could be wrong. So again, you'll have to let me know. I don't feel like this, like what you just interviewed for, I want to be wrong. And if you want me to be wrong, I want to be wrong, but I don't think you're going to get that position, which is okay because it's not the right.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I felt like it wasn't the right thing.
Yeah, it just doesn't feel like the right match. So when I put all of this together, what I want to say to you, Noreen, is that hang in there for where you are now. Because I need to bring some pragmaticism to you only because you're being a bit more emotional about it, which is fine. Because you're in it and I'm not, so I can see outside and give you a little bit of that practicality. I'm not going to tell you what to do. I'm merely going to say, I don't feel like you should leave this position until you have something else. And I'm just bringing you some practicality.
Yeah.
So if you can learn how to and sort of work on the emotional attachment to this defeat and this boredom and this feeling unappreciated, you understand this? By sort of like reframing it into an excitement and curiosity for the next step, you'll be able to get through this, but you're going to have to change mindset.
Yeah.
And what that will allow you to do is still be in the position to still receive an income.
Yeah.
Because it feels like it's important for you to contribute.
Yeah.
You don't want to just show up, and I don't know if that's relationship or whatever. You don't want to show up and just take. You need to contribute.
Totally.
So there is money. So when I'm talking next step, it doesn't feel like it's going to happen right away. Again, I want to be wrong on that, with that, for that, especially if you want me to be wrong. But that next step is going to be really good for you because, again, it's a step.
Yeah.
And it does lead you, I do believe, within the company to a higher position. So I like all of that. You just right now have to stop judging where you are, what you're doing, and reframe it to excitement for the next step. And that where you are right now is just allowing you to get to the next step. Where you are right now allows you to buy the things that you can buy. So there's gratitude right now, right? You get to go on vacations. I mean, I know it's COVID and all that bullshit, but your beautiful background, like you can go there. So if you can just start reframing where you are right now as a place of gratitude, and then excitement and curiosity and adventure for the next step, you're going to get through this beautifully. And it's like that journey to your next step, you can actually enjoy instead of being like, well, fuck.
Yeah.
That's kind of like what it feels like every day you wake up going, fuck. You understand?
1,000%. Yeah.
So,
no, I felt that way too. Cause I've only been in the company a year, so it's not been that long. But I was just trying to figure out like that. All that makes sense for sure.
What is it that you do, if you don't mind telling me?
I work in music with songwriters.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm a publisher.
Yeah. I just feel like you've been there long enough. Like a year is really a long enough time to know if you're a good match.
Yeah, totally.
So it's more the company even than the position. You understand?
Yes.
Yeah. And even the people you work with.
Yes, I have that written down.
Yeah.
It's been really tough, like really tough.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't have to be tough, but it takes more effort and like on purpose to change that mindset. So that's where you need to be. And if you can just start saying, I'm so grateful I get a paycheck. I'm so grateful for this, stable income.
Yes. It changes your mindset.
And I'm so excited for what's coming at this new adventure with all these new people. I'm curious, who am I going to, that's where you want to come from. Because energetically, you will magnetize this to you. So, yes, you're on the right track in looking for new positions. I don't feel like, and everything that I'm sharing with you is potential and possibility and based on this conversation right now, but it doesn't feel like, there might be a surprise switch. There's something about like plot twist at the end of the year. Because that came from like my initial hit was that this year you're probably still going to be staying at the same company, but there might be something happening, plot twist or something at the end of the year.
Okay.
So you may still be here for a while.
Okay, that makes sense.
Okay.
I'm fine with that. Yeah.
Okay, good.
But knowing that there's something else better.
Oh, yes, and better, and better.
Yeah.
But at first, it'll be similar or the same, but
Yeah.
you'll be at a company that just you feel like you resonate with more, and people that you enjoy more. And learning the company and getting used to it, there's always that, learning curve. So like the first 6 months, you'd be like, I'm cool, I'm fine. And then after that, you'd be like, oh no, this is sort of the same. Well, let me see what else I can do. But you'll have more
ways to be creative or whatever. Yeah.
Within the company, if you like the company.
So great.
Yeah. So
am I doing the right thing? You said by also like reaching out to people already and kind of like putting feelers out. Okay.
Yeah, but the thing that they're talking about when I say it's your team, like having coffee talk with my team, they're saying don't rush though.
Okay,
so
cool.
Just be discerning, really be discerning. Listen to your body, feel what your body says. And because your body is smarter than you are, and it's quicker than you are. It's designed to protect you. So sometimes you have to go, whoa, is this real or not?
Yeah.
But it'll tell you, and you'll feel it by either contraction or expansion. That's the other thing, Noreen. I do feel like in your life, generally speaking, right now you are in contraction phase. Okay, so good news, bad news. Contractions are like, they suck. They are uncomfortable. They make us feel like we're lost. We don't know what direction to go in. But it's also that last step right before big change happens in our life and something wonderful and awesome. So it always gets worse before it gets better.
Cool.
So you're just right now in contraction phase. I feel like that could be also in relationship. I don't know if you understand this or not. It's not bad. It's not bad. I'm not saying your relationship's going to blow up, but it does feel like there's some leakage from what's happening with your job and career into other areas of your life, which good news is that's normal. So you're not abnormal or broken because of that. But like when we don't know what the fuck, it affects all areas of our life. So that's kind of showing up just in terms of like your energy.
Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah. So is there anything else on this topic before we move on to any other topic that you'd like to?
So like I said, I work for a company, but then on the side, I still help like 2 writers from like my last job.
Okay.
And I kind of like left that company feeling guilty about like leaving them. And then I kind of like started helping them still, but I just don't know. I'm like, is that a good thing that I'm still helping them? Because I think they're really talented, or is it just like sucking my energy and like something I should be letting go of?
Okay, so I believe it or not, it's very interesting because believe it or not, I feel like you're very genuine in understanding your energetic capacity in regards to them. So here's what I want to say, because it's not coming up. And again, I don't like to tell people what to do because it's not my personal human experience. And my job is to guide you into your own guidance, right? So the thing is that, remember how I was saying, listen to your body? I don't know that you've done enough feeling into, and I'm not saying thinking, because the universe does not listen to your words. It listens to your thoughts and actions. Yeah. And I'm sorry, feelings and actions. My apology. Feelings and actions, because thoughts produce the feelings and the feelings produce the behavior, which is the action.
Gotcha. Okay.
So if you're coming from a place of guilt, if you're coming from a place of guilt in regards to why you're still wanting to stay connected to them, that needs to be released because it's a lower frequency and that's dropping your energy reserve. You understand this? Mm-hmm. But if you actually enjoy the work that you're doing, and so focus in on the work, how do you feel in your body about the work? Not the attachment, the emotional attachment as to what you're doing, but do you actually enjoy the work? So your perspective on that has to shift. It has to change in order for you to be in integrity with your energy. And then you will know if you're leaking or not leaking.
Yeah. Totally.
So I'll ask you this. Do you enjoy the work? Forget who it's for, the actual work. Do you enjoy the work?
Yes.
Then that's your answer. And how does that feel in your body when I say that?
Good. Good. Yeah. Because it's like, I do like working with them. It's just, I was like trying to figure out if it was like, I should just focus on one thing or keep kind of doing both.
So pragmatic, practical Terrie, not psychic Terrie, practical Terrie is like all opportunities you should take because we live in different timelines at different now moments. So you never know where, in what now moment, what timeline you might shoot into because of these people.
Gotcha. Okay.
But if you're not enjoying the connection that you have to the work you're doing, that is what you got to pay attention to. And I got to tell you, I feel like you're very much in alignment with the work, which is why I wanted you to really understand you're enjoying the work, and I can feel that. So that's, you remember, everything is about how we feel. So if you're feeling good about the work, that's your broadcast signal. And that is actually also what's going to help you magnetize and put in place, get all the ducks in a row for you for your next position.
Cool. Okay, amazing.
So that's that discernment. If you can learn how to do that, like, again, it has nothing to do with the people and the reason why, it's the work. Because that's where you are right now. You are asking me about work. You're not asking me about people. You're asking me about the work you do.
Yeah,
so you have to really be honest with yourself. And it does feel like you're being honest with yourself, which is why I really wanted to make sure you understood how to get that on your own.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Good.
Yeah. I love that.
Good. Perfect.
Amazing.
Perfect.
And yeah, I mean, like I said too, it's like I've been at this company for a year now, and my coworker asked kind of for a raise when this year, and it kind of got rejected. Do you feel like I should just let it be, or should I try to say anything? Because I'm getting handed a lot more work, even like over the weekend recently. So I don't know if it's like the right time, or if I should like stand up for myself a bit. I don't know.
Yeah. So here's what I get on that. Again, you need to do what's best for you. I feel like it's too cookie cutter for you to, at your year, say, hey, can I have a raise? It's too cookie cutter. It also, you haven't been given enough time to take on these responsibilities and show that you're an ass kicker, because you are an ass kicker.
Yes.
You keep your word. If I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. If I say I'm going to be at this time, you're an amazing employee with really good integrity. I do feel like they are trying to take advantage of you. So you should know that you get validation, at least from someone who doesn't know what the fuck your situation is. They are. I mean, I'm just going to flat out telling you they are. But that is also business. Life is not fair, right? Yeah. So sometimes we have to take things up our ass. However, there is a window of time, I would say maybe 3 to 4 months, if you're still at this company, which I do feel like you will be.
Yeah.
In 3 to 4 months, I do feel then you can ask for a raise.
Okay. Cool.
You may get it, you may not get it. I'm not getting a firm yes or no, which is okay.
Yeah.
Because what it is this is a lesson more than anything. Although I do feel like the universe will reward you for taking care of yourself, because this is a self-action care step, which is to basically, it's one thing for you to know you're really good and a great employee, but it's also another thing for you to express it to another human and it be witnessed.
I'm so bad at the confrontation. So that's so true.
This is important. This is important information. You're seeing it as confrontation. That's going to fuck you up.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not.
What if you saw it as opportunity and a gift?
Yeah. Totally.
Because you are deserving and worthy of being compensated for being that fucking amazing employee whose integrity does what she says, reliable, dependable.
Mm-hmm.
So if you can, that's another thing. So this is actually really great. You have a few months to get into the mindset, to align your energy, to receive a promotion.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah. And show what I can do, kind of.
It's not just show, it's feel.
Feel, okay.
Remember, thoughts create feelings, feelings create action.
Yeah.
Right? So yes, you're right. The company is taking advantage of you. But yes, you're also right, because you deserve more for what you're doing, because you're a great person. That's not confrontational.
It's true. It's true.
So don't go in there looking for a fight. You will get a fight. You will walk out going, fuck this, I'm out.
Yeah.
You can't, because there's still some more time,
yeah,
space needed to move to that next step.
Sounds
But
good.
I feel like you'll be rewarded, so that's good.
Okay.
Now, whether
Thank
the
you.
reward is you feeling like, fuck yeah, I did it, no matter what, or they actually do give you a raise, which I think they might. I think they actually might. I don't want to,
awesome.
I mean, I think they might. You'll have to say, Terrie, you were wrong, or Terrie, you're right, you know?
Well, it could be also too, like they're talking to some people, and like one of my actually close friends are talking to about hiring as like an assistant level. So maybe that will be a good thing too. And I can get help.
Yeah. So if you can start today, switching that mindset and how you feel about this, it might actually come to you faster and sooner, and you don't have to go to it. Isn't that the ideal?
Absolutely. Yeah. That's what I needed. I needed help with like shifting my perspective, because it's so hard to like live life like in like the despair.
You're in it. It's easier for me because I'm outside. So that's what you need to do. You need to learn how to step outside, which is where that emotional attachment is coming in.
Yeah.
Don't be fucking attached to this. It's an opportunity. All right now, what this is doing is all of this is an opportunity. It's an opportunity for you to earn an income so that you could do the things that you like to do, and on a bigger, higher soul evolution level, to say to somebody, hey, look what I can do. And I'm good at it. Please take acknowledgement of it. That's it.
Yeah, totally. I love that.
Yeah. A place of love and not fear.
I love that. And last time you and I talked, you actually kind of tapped into something really specific with me of like soul fulfillment. And you kind of brought up like playing like instruments again, and like I've actually bought a piano. It's like right over here.
Oh wow!
Because of you, and it's been so amazing.
Good.
And, just been finding a lot of hobbies, and like learning Italian, taking surfing lessons, and finding things outside of work too that fulfill me.
Yeah, and it feels good, right?
Yeah, so good.
So the more things that you do that feel good, that is the frequency that you're putting out. So you have no other choice but to bring. It's not even a choice. Like that's just the way. It's science.
Yeah,
it's science.
Totally.
You will match at frequencies and vibrations of those same feelings.
That makes sense. Yeah.
And therefore you take action based on how you feel. So that means your actions will actually be more from an inspired place and get you moving, versus doing something because you have to or you feel obligated, which is a lower vibrational frequency.
Totally.
So that's why you feel like, there's been change in your life, because you're literally feeling better. So you're changing shit around, right? So that if you can apply that same thought process or experience to this job, I know you're going to be fine. I know you don't know that. I'll know that for you until you can, but I know you're going to be fine.
So helpful.
Feel good. Yeah. That's why you got to make it feel good. And it's not easy to do. And yes, it's work.
Yeah.
You can't just sit there hoping something's going to change.
Totally.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So you're fine. Yeah.
Yay. Thank you.
You're very welcome. Is there anything else I can help you with?
That was the main thing. I mean, I guess we kind of touched on it too last time, just with family and like having kids and stuff. Okay. Do you still see kind of like, I think you told me, waiting till around like my 30s, like, do you still see kind of like that as the the landmark? Yeah.
Well, I don't know I don't remember how old you are. I don't remember those details, but I do feel family for sure. I don't know if I told you before. Are you married?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know I don't know what I told you before, or if I did. I do feel two children.
Okay, awesome.
And I do feel it is timing relevated for you, because also I feel like your is it a husband? I don't want to make an assumption here.
Husband, yeah.
Okay, I do feel like your husband's not quite ready.
Okay.
He's not quite ready. He might say he's ready.
Yeah.
But it doesn't feel like he's actually ready.
Yeah. He just got a promotion and is like super busy. So I agree.
It feels like a timing thing. I do feel anywhere from 3 to 5 years. Again, I don't know if that aligns with what I said before. Okay. So there's something in that. I also really feel like your husband enjoys what he's doing right now. It's like, even though I said it's leaking a little bit into the relationship, like I said, it's not detrimental. I mean, you're going to be moving forward and all that stuff, but he's really enjoying where he is in life right now.
Yeah.
And I just don't feel like it would be the right time. Now, here's the other thing. Your kiddos, their souls are already starting to look to see and pick who their parents are. Okay.
Wow.
You don't want to rush that process.
Yeah. Okay? 1000%.
Yeah, right. Everything is like soul contract. And right now, because your husband is not ready and he's enjoying himself, he's actually making himself a better father in that process.
Love that. That's really cool.
Okay. So don't rush that process.
Yeah.
And same with you. I do feel like if you were to get pregnant right now, both of you guys, you'd be fine. But in terms of enjoying life, it just feels like
we love traveling and there's so much to do still.
Soon there'll be more travel opportunities because everything's starting to open up again. Thank God.
Yeah, so happy.
Yeah, same here. But yeah, it just feels like now's the time to just really enjoy individually, you guys, and then together, and that's what it feels like. So it does feel like a timing issue. I do feel like a potential possibility of 2 kids.
Awesome. That's really cool. I feel like that makes a lot of sense. And then too, just I guess like we moved to LA last summer, and we've been like meeting some great people here. And do you feel like our friendships are like we're finding our group of people like friend wise and like our crew, or do you feel like we're still like in that process of meeting who will be kind of in our lives for a long time?
B.
That one.
You're still, I mean, and this is a really pragmatic, realistic. I'm not saying the people you have met so far aren't your people. They are. But there's more of your people who right now, it's just, again, the whole COVID thing. It's like a lot of people are just not out and about yet. So, I mean, if you ask me, it's a good thing because there is opportunity to gain more of a social life.
Yeah.
And just more of like community. And you just haven't met those people yet because everybody is like, the other thing is like right now, at least in Los Angeles, so many people are moving out, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if you've noticed that. And like all businesses are boarded up, like everything's like in the shitter. Like California kind of got fucked up. Just saying. But I do feel within the next 2 to 3 years, there's going to be this amazing renaissance.
Yeah, I think so too.
Like it is going to be party city. People are going to be moving back. Businesses are going to be reopening, and there's going to be this shift. I also feel like consciousness shift of more gratitude.
Yeah.
So if you are a person who lives their life by a more high conscious level, people aren't quite here yet. You're not really, and I know you just moved to LA, but LA is going through its own awakening right now.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So there's still more room for wonderful opportunities. And Noreen, I'm in Los Angeles, so soon we can do this in person.
Yay! So fun.
Yeah,
way better.
Yeah, and I'll be doing more in-person stuff as well in LA.
Amazing.
So like, at least with me, you'll start to have that connection, and I'm all about connection and community and engagement.
Love that.
All of that. So, things will be happening, but I don't feel like you're just not complete.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Doesn't mean you're done.
Right. Totally. Totally.
So LA feels like it's good for you. You're just going to have to, I don't know where you came from, but you feel like you have a really good, kind, compassionate heart, which I love. I'm like, yes, girl. I do feel like you need to be a little bit more discerning. You're a bit too trusting, which is fine because you will learn by getting fucked over. I mean, I'm not predicting you're going to get fucked over, but it's just one of those things that you learn.
Yeah,
because
totally.
As beautiful as LA is, it's also like the shadow side where it's like very materialistic and, kind of like, what's that word? Vampant?
Vain?
Yeah. Like, So it's just, and right now, like I said, LA or California, whatever, it's like just kind of like in this wobble.
Totally.
So just use your discernment, listen to your body. Your body will never lie to you. You'll
Yeah.
feel either like this tightness in your tummy, you'll feel an expansion in your chest, or you might even take a step back from people when you're talking to them. So pay attention to those little things. That doesn't lie. When you walk into an environment, do you feel like you need to like hold yourself? Like, do you feel you need to protect? Like, those are things, or do you just feel like you just, So those are the discernments. We're not really taught how to do that. Those are intuitive hits.
Yeah.
So you'll be fine. Cool. I'm excited.
Thank you so much.
Very welcome. Yeah. So what I'll do is I will go ahead and email you a link so that you can listen to this or watch it or whatever. And then, so you'll get that either today or sometime tomorrow. All right.
Awesome. Thank you so much. It was so great to talk to you again.
Oh, wonderful. I'm so excited for you. Good things are coming.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Hang on. The ride's almost over.
Yes.
All right, my dear.
Have a great weekend.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye.